Jacqueline Gold, the businesswoman who was credited with transforming the Summers lingerie chain, has died. She was 62 and was being treated for breast cancer. Jacqueline Gold turned the company from 4 backstreet shops into a multi-million-pound brand with branches across the UK and championed women in business, as Emma Simpson now reports.
Summers started as 4 slightly seedy-looking sex shops frequented by men. Jacqueline Gold transformed this business into a female-friendly household name.
This is one of our baby dolls,
playing her part in the sexual liberation of women and the high street as well. And that made her one of the most successful and well-known businesswomen in the UK. And she did it following her instinct.
This is just beautiful, isn't it?
That women were just as interested in sexy lingerie as men.
I remember going to the board meeting where I was looking for investment for my idea, and it was an all-male board, and one of the board members turned round and said, "Look, this isn't going to work. Women aren't even interested in sex."
Oh yes, they were. It's hard to believe now, but when this business got going, there was nowhere really for women to go on the high street to buy sexy underwear or adult toys. Jacqueline Gold built Summers into a major force in British retail, a company led by women for women. One lingerie boss says she was a trailblazer.
She absolutely paved the way for women to feel empowered in the bedroom and the boardroom, and really brought female sexuality into the mainstream. Her vision and her commitment to championing women, which I find so inspiring and which I think will be her legacy.
Jacqueline Gold was honoured with a CBE in 2016 for entrepreneurship and helping women in business. She died just weeks after her father, West Ham co-chairman David Gold. He gave her her start in the business, but with her summer parties and high street shops, she made it her own. Emma Simpson, BBC News.
Jacqueline Gold, the businesswoman who has died at the age of 62.
The businesswoman and entrepreneur Jacqueline Gold has died at the age of 62. The CEO of Summers had been living with breast cancer for the last 7 years and dies just weeks after her father, David Gold, the chairman of West Ham. Today, her family said they are proud to call her a trailblazer and a visionary. Jacqueline Sim has been looking back at her life.
Until the end, Jacqueline Gold made it her mission for women to have the same opportunities as men. As the boss of high street giant Summers, she had certainly lived to her word. In the 80s, as a young woman brought up in Bromley, she braved an all-male business, transforming the brand, launching parties and focusing on female customers.
She was way ahead of her time in terms of being a trailblazer, not just because she saw the commercial opportunity, but for what it was about, for what it was doing to empower women and to give them some independence and some control.
And for decades, she championed women in business.
There are incredibly talented women out there that some businesses are failing to recognise.
In 2016, Jacqueline was awarded a CBE for services to entrepreneurship, and despite 7 years of treatment for breast cancer, she remained a role model, especially to her daughter, Scarlett.
And I took her to one of my speeches when she was 5 years old, because I wanted her to see Mummy up on stage and think, you know, this is normal, this is not just something men do.
On Instagram, Jacqueline's sister said in life she was a trailblazer, a visionary and the most incredible woman. As a family, we are utterly heartbroken at the loss of our wife, mum, sister and best friend. Jacqueline's death comes just 10 weeks after her father's, David Gold, who was joint chairman of West Ham United. Family friend Lizzie Cundy told us she's heartbroken.
We just had an incredible laugh. She had a great sense of humour. But I found personally for me just an absolute inspiration. She could tell me I could do anything, always encouraging.
Jacqueline's legacy will no doubt live on through every woman she inspired to have the confidence to pursue their dreams. Jacqueline Sim, ITV News.